Hey my ladies and my gents, I'm StevenTocher. On today's episode of our Thoughtful Thursdays, I'm just going to go through a few different stretches that really helped my hips when they were really tight. Now it's really cold outside, so please remember to stretch before and after, or even warm up a little bit before you go outside to walk, because if you don't, then it's going to seize up even worse. After about a month and a half, 2 months of walking, my hips really started to hurt because they were not used to going out for an hour or two, maybe 45-minute walks a day. So these were the 3 stretches that really helped open up my hips. As you know, we're all about the walking here in season 1. For this first stretch, you need a wide open space, and we're going to be doing the whole stretch on the floor. So I'm going to lay all the way back, straight as can be, my hands at my side. I'm going to pull my let's say my right leg forward, and so now I'm pulling on it, so it's kind of loosening the top part of my hip, and I'm going to slowly take my 2 arms and I'm going to rotate it to the side. So I'm holding it in position here. I'm opening up the inside of the hip and the outside of the hip, and then after holding this for 10 to 15 seconds, I'm going to take my leg here and I'm going to cross it over. And I'm going to pull it down. I'm going to just lay my leg out here, and then I'm just going to pull my arms across, and I'm kind of going to get a full body stretch while my hip is opening up. Now, the longer you leave your hip to kind of for gravity to pull it down, the more you're going to feel the stretch just pull all through your obliques area here, all the way down almost to your knee. This really helps out. The second stretch we're going to be doing is like a squat, and when we go down into our squat, we're going to hold the position and we're going to just kind of move our hips back and forth to open them up. Now, when I do this, you don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing because your flexibility might not be the same as mine, or it might be more, and then I'll be showing you how to do this on a coffee table or right next to a coffee table, not on a coffee table. Okay, so here we go. You can either stand in a sumo stance, which is very wide and go all the way down, or you can go into a little bit more of a closer stance, which is around shoulder width apart. And when you go down, remember, you're going to point your knees out, okay? So we go down, so maybe if you stop here, that's okay. You're just going to move your hips back and forth a little bit. Make sure that you're kind of getting that flexibility going, and that'll really like loosen everything up. This is a good stretch for usually before you go out. And then you go all the way down. Now go as far as you can without hurting yourself. Try and keep your head up, looking up and holding proper posture. And at this point, you can either go free hands and kind of wiggle your hips back and forth, or you can put your hand on the floor and wiggle with one hand or the other. So now I'm going to go all the way back up again. Now I'm just going to show you on a coffee table. So for instance, say you can't even do any of that and you're just really tight. What you're going to do is you're going to bend over slowly, grab onto the coffee table, and go down as far as you can. Maybe it's only to here, that's fine. But you're just going to try and work your way down. Maybe do it in 10-second intervals, just hold it for a little bit, and then go down as far as you can, and just move your hips as much as you can. Now I'm going to show you my most favorite stretch. I do this before and after I go walking, and even if I'm doing any other exercises in the day, I usually like to start off with this stretch in particular. So, if you can find a banister like I have in front of me here, maybe near a staircase, if you can just find another like railing if you live in a building like I do, or if you can find even a doorway, this is probably the best way you want to start this stretch. Now remember, if it hurts, right, and it's like a pain, like a horrible pain, you probably want to go consult a doctor. But if it's just like it's bundled up and you can feel it's just tight, one of the best stretches for you, okay? But remember, consult somebody first before doing a lot of these exercises, okay? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm first going to grab shoulder width apart onto the railing. Now you can go wider if you want, tighter, whatever is comfortable. I'm a taller guy, so I go just a little bit wider in my shoulders. I'm going to take my right foot in this situation and I'm going to pull it just over my left knee. Okay, so it's sitting right on the top of the kneecap, right about here. Okay, and what I do from here is I'm going to slowly go down. Now, if this is like your first time, just try your best to go as low as you can, but don't force it. After a while, if you're trying to go from here to here to here, depending on how tight it is, at some point in the future, hopefully you'll be able to get down to around here. Now I'm trying to hold proper posture while doing this. I'm trying to make sure I look up, and I'm trying to make sure that I've pulled my shoulders back and I'm focusing my energy forward, okay? Now, After doing this for a couple weeks, couple months, couple years, depending on how long it takes you, you can then maybe even go freehand or at least one hand on the wall and try and balance yourself. So I'll do it with my left foot, so the same thing again, left foot over right, and I'm holding with one hand on the banister, my arm is out, and I'm just going to slowly come down, come down, come down, and then maybe in the future you get to a point where you can just hold it like this, and the more pressure that you put, so you know when you release the banister or the further you go down, the more pressure you're going to put on the hip, which is going to open up those muscles, or at least that's what I've experienced. If you have a comment or question, or if you'd like to see anything that pertains to the video, it'll be in the description below in that area there. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day, evening, morning, or night. God bless. Oh yeah, and if you like what I'm doing, please tweet, tumble, like, share, thumbs up, plus, pin, or do whatever you do, and please subscribe.